And now for our feature presentation.
This is great because on the back it actually says this film is also known as
the I'll Watch It Later podcast.
You ever heard of that film?
And now, on with the show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to I'll Watch It Later podcast where we do stuff, watch the movies we should have watched years ago.
Saw 10,000 times ago.
But we didn't, because we're fake liar cinephiles.
We sit in this giant room of movies.
We sure
never
do
seen
need to see a lot of movies for being cinephiles, don't we? My best friend Jordan, who is on the second mic over there.
How you doing, everybody?
And
on the ones and twos.
And the guy that's on the knobs over there.
knobs and buttons.
That's the button. He starts the show.
Just hit the button.
And that's it. Scott.
Make sure everything works.
Hello, Scott.
Hello.
Except that one time.
Except the one time that I'll never live down in my life.
You won't, because you fucking suck at your job.
Yeah, one time, and then we had to freak out.
Your
And then
unpaid
another
job.
time, the show was a little grainy, and he had to go out and buy like $300 worth of equipment just to run us out there.
Shit's paid off.
Which has no impact on how the show was
It
produced.
looks
to begin
cool,
with.
though, and when you guys finally get tired of me, I can use it to stream Marvel Snap.
Oh, God. Wouldn't that be funny?
I've been shouting at 12-year-olds.
I do it on Reddit all day long.
Twitch,
shit.
Twitch gamers.
It's eat shit or you fucking suck, get good at the game, and then they're like, why are you such a... This guy...
I heard him telling some 12-year-old girl to get back in the kitchen the other day.
That's about right.
What? I don't know.
If he was in Missouri, he would have married her.
Yo, this Reddit guy's like, I can't fucking get to infinite. I'm only at 70, and I've dropped 7 levels. And I said, why are you so... And then he goes, ask me anything. And I said, why are you bad at the game? And this guy's like, you're a fat piece of shit. Your fingers look like stubs. I'm
Aaron's like, you know how you get to that level? $49.95.
I don't pay for anything anymore.
$100 worth of coins.
No, I don't pay for shit on that game anymore.
Anymore. That's the asterisk.
Yeah, but
Anymore. This season, which just started.
Anyways. Oh.
Why is the internet and the public calling you a fat fuck?
I don't... Oh. So the fat fuck thing. Dude, this was crazy. So I was just telling him. So Kim and I got into a stupid fight in the car. Weird. And I said, hey, let me out of the car right now. And she said, okay. And she let me out of the car, which I knew she would. And I started walking. And I was in this really nice neighborhood down by the pork shop. And this guy...
Oh, you're in my neighborhood. No wonder we said it out loud. Like, we're not very nice down there.
No, it's...
Country assholes.
You're further away than
a little further.
But it was a really nice neighborhood, and I'm walking by, and I can see this car, and there's a guy screaming out of it, so I already know something's coming. So he drives by me, and he's like, hey, you're a fat fuck. and I didn't say anything. I just kept walking, and he goes, fuck you, you fat fuck. And I was like, okay, I didn't say nothing.
Just in case you didn't hear me the first time.
And as he's driving by, he drives by a school, and from the other side of the school goes, shut the fuck up, N-word. But he said the actual word. Wow. So I started...
Nuclear?
What?
Nuclear?
Yeah. Yep. With hard hard R. I'm sorry. Hard R at the end. So I start kind of sprinting up because I don't want him to think I said it.
Was this is this like a white guy, like a country white guy, or was this
I didn't turn around.
Gotcha, okay.
I think it was...
You didn't want to acknowledge him.
You're right.
Because the second you turn, he's like, I told you were fat. You knew it was you, didn't you?
You acknowledged it.
So, yeah, I was called fat. And it did make me sad when Kim came back around the corner and got me. I was like, well, that was a life lesson.
Yeah. That is so funny. Like, she's like, I'm fine, get out. I'm going to go around the block. That'll teach him. In a span of like 5 minutes, he was called the N-word. And
I told him, I said I would have went around 52 blocks because I wouldn't have came back.
I was gonna say
we're not.
Sure took you a long time to get home. I know the distance from the pork shop to here. It ain't close.
How much was that Uber ride?
I would have Ubered, but here's the thing.
Not from that guy.
No. No.
I'm your Uber, fat fuck.
We're not dating, so why would it matter? This was just...
That's exactly what I would have left
It
her
wasn't even
house.
like a real fight.
It was
just a dumb, stupid little fight. I needed
so funny.
Anyways.
That's sorry.
Why are
I'm
we
sorry.
talking about this?
As, no one watched anything this week, probably.
Because it's fun.
No,
You're all right. I did not watch
right?
anything. No, I watched Beef. Fucking watch Beef. Jesus Christ. Stop fucking giving me shit.
What?
and watch it.
Smell good.
Like
What, are you serious?
No, I'm not. I know it bothers you. It's so easy to push your buttons. Of course, I'll watch it. I just haven't done it yet.
It's better than any A24 movie you'll ever see.
smell
It's
like
so
beef.
good. Are you? Can you watch it too, please?
It's
10
not,
episodes.
Is it on streaming?
It's
Yes.
on Netflix.
Yeah, okay.
10 episodes.
I thought it was
30 minutes
That was a
apiece.
movie.
Well, you're
I
wrong.
thought so
Christ.
when I originally heard about it. I thought it was a movie too, and it's like a 10-episode little.
Steve Yin
Asian
or whatever his
revenge
name is,
thing.
fucking awesome. Ali Wong, awesome. It's best thing on TV. Best thing on TV right now.
Well, it's not on TV.
It's on Netflix. That's considered TV.
It's not TV. It's
Produced by
HBO.
A24.
Which is weird because I didn't.
Is this
think
your
they'd
new
be
Quentin
getting into-
Tarantino?
Right.
Fuck
A24.
off. No.
Let me see your tattoo.
Although I am going to see Beau is Afraid next week alone, all by myself.
Are you going to
Yeah,
shout,
none
this
of
is
us
the
are
worst
going to.
movie I've ever seen when you get up?
This was absolute horseshit.
No, I'm not going to say
This is a career killer.
for Ari Aster.
Ari Aster should be ashamed of
I'm
himself.
going to give you guys an honest review. If I didn't like it, I didn't like it. If I liked it, cool.
This is probably one of the more mixed like movies that I've heard about lately. People are saying that it's either really, really bad or really, really good.
Horror comedy is what
Is it a horror?
horror comedy?
Okay,
yeah.
I thought it was just like one of the. From what I hear, it's just a weird therapy movie. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
nah,
read
I'm
that
good.
too. I don't know. We'll find out. I'll
You'll
find
find out.
Right. You're not going to watch
You-
it when it comes to streaming?
No chance.
Because it's 3 hours?
No, I'll watch a 3-hour movie. I'm not big on Ari Aster. I've been burned twice, and I'm just like, I don't need.
You got to
care.
keep going.
Why?
Because
Because it
that's-
eventually be good.
Yes.
It will not.
Because eventually you keep banging your head up against the wall, you don't feel it anymore.
Yeah, pass out.
The definition of insanity.
Yeah, no, Ari Aster movie. I didn't get the appeal of Hereditary. Like I watched it and I was like, okay,
No,
that was
Hereditary
alright.
Sucks.
It wasn't like this groundbreaking thing that people keep shitting over themselves for. And I
You hear
hated
that?
Midsommar.
You hear that, internet?
Elevated horror.
Hereditary fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Hereditary is a pile of garbage.
Yeah, I didn't like Hereditary.
Scott and I
didn't-
saw it in the theaters, and people walked out.
Dude, I was
Wow.
in the theater. I was just like laughing to myself
Yeah.
because I'm like, what the fuck am I watching here? This guy cries more than anybody I've ever fucking seen in my life.
Oh, that's weird. That must have been Midsommar when we all went and they
Oh.
cried the entire movie.
That too. That Midsummer is a giant
Grief.
pile of
We all
fucking
three went and saw that.
horseshit,
We all
too.
walked out going, "What the fuck?" And then you went and resaw it, and you're like, "Well, I think it's good."
No,
it's not.
That is not what I said.
You did.
I'm buying all
No,
13 copies.
I pre-ordered the special edition.
I have the one
the one that
copy
looks
of
like
it.
flowers. It's
Yeah.
believable. It's
No,
pretty-
no. I said I rewatched it and didn't hate it as much as we hated it the first time I saw it. I said it's still a bad movie.
I think if I rewatched it, I'd probably hate it more.
Nah.
Yeah.
It was just,
Not
so
my
much-
cup of tea.
So much crying,
Just not my cup of tea.
whining.
I like that we're talking about old.
Not your cup of period tea.
Not my,
apparently.
not my cup of sex.
Oh, I hated that.
pubic hair tea.
Pubic tea.
Hey, look, there's new hard seltzers out. We should get
Nice.
those.
We have to be a seltzer show for the summer.
What? Say that again.
Seltzer show for the summer.
5 times fast.
No.
Oh. So you didn't watch anything this week?
I actually, so I threw on a movie today. I was helping my daughter do a school project, so I threw something kind of on in the background. I watched the movie Stay Tuned from
Oh, I
1992.
fucking love that movie.
I forgot how much I love that movie.
It's so good.
I threw it on because I was like, I need something that I don't want to watch a cartoon. I don't want to watch some stupid thing that the kids want to watch, but I want to watch something that if it's on, they could watch, and I don't feel like I'm, subjecting them to, this podcast with all the F-bombs that we do. So I
still think about the thing. I want one though.
Yeah.
Makes
so
it flip
yeah,
around.
exactly. It comes out of your wrist.
Yeah.
So I threw it on, and it's such an enjoyable little movie.
It
Like
really
I
is.
forgot how much I enjoy that movie, and some of the things that made me laugh when I first saw it made me laugh again. Like when they were doing like 3 Men and Rosemary's Baby, like all the little
Wayne's
TV
World.
shows.
Of the dead or whatever.
What he was like
it's
Wayne's Underworld.
Yeah.
It was just like so many stupid little things, and I'm just like, this is fucking hilarious. And then he gets like in the Three's Company channel, he gets on there. Where were you? And he's like, and like,
I
oh
love
my
that.
god,
So
it's
meta.
just so stupid. Yeah, it was really great. It didn't age that bad. Like some of the stuff a little weird. Did you ever watch Dexter?
the
show?
Yeah.
Do you remember Sergeant Dokes?
Yeah.
He's in it. He's the black guy that takes over for
Yes.
the guy.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's got like this like kid and play like little afro. The
I
only
do
thi-
remember that.
I didn't realize it was him.
Yeah.
Supplies, motherfucker.
Some fries,
Fries,
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
That's
Wrong
me.
size, motherfucker. It's like my favorite one. The only thing about that's weird about that movie is the just random inclusion of an entire Salt and Pepper music video.
Yeah.
Like,
Weren't they
I get
trying
it.
to kill him, right?
He's like dressed as like Prince,
Yeah.
and he's dancing around, and then like the bad guy Jeffrey
Epstein.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
that's pretty much. He got in trouble for pedophilia, so it makes sense. He was like DJing, and like Salt and Pepper is just singing a song. I'm like, this is so random. Like, it makes no sense to be here because every other channel is some weird play on there.
What a man.
Yeah, and the only weird thing about it is that it was on HTV instead of MTV. I'm like, this is stupid. But it was just, I forget the 90s sometimes would just insert the most random like music videos or music or just whoever was big at the time. I don't know. It made no sense to be in the movie, but I was still into it. I'm like,
Jeffrey
this is
Jones.
Jeffrey Jones.
He plays Spike.
And again, got in trouble, I think, for underage ladies.
Of course he did.
Oh, yeah.
I remember, what's his buckets in it? Eugene Levy.
Yes, he's the one that keeps he like lost his leg to like the wolves,
Yeah,
and his
everything
finger
yeah.
fell off when he was getting like frostbite and all that shit.
Did you watch it, or did you just kind of watch it out of the corner
I
of your eye?
started kind of just out of the corner of my eye, and then I found myself stopping what I was. That's why I was a little late today because we were finishing up. So that I was like just sitting and just watching.
Do you? Okay, so the scene where the kid's getting sucked into the dish.
Mm-hmm.
There's a huge like fucking editing error there
Oh,
where
I
you
think I
can
missed it.
see like the boom mic and like the thing that's pulling him back, and I catch it every time, and I'm always like Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm like,
Right.
oop,
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 there it is. Yep, exactly.
I'll have
like
to check
that.
it out again.
Yeah.
'Cause, I know that part because that's the part where his bike gets sucked into there, and he's
Yes.
holding onto the pole, and for some reason he's got the arm strength of a Greek god
It's-
that he could hold on without getting sucked into the.
Probably the worst edited scene in movie history. I'm like,
there's
you
some
have
pretty
to
bad
see-
stuff.
Yeah, that and in time.
Well, yeah, no, I enjoyed it. It was fun. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Like, been watching a lot of TV stuff. Finished up this last episode of Mandalorian before the season ender this upcoming
Suck its
Wednesday.
dick already.
This is why I don't talk to you.
I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking kidding.
no,
Rid.
fuck, I'm never watching Beef.
Oh, stop
I'm ashamed. I'm trying to think if there's anything else
Suck
that I
on
know.
it.
this
Hey
beef.
guys,
Oh.
I love Lizzo and
I-
Jack Black.
It was such a. I'm not getting into it with you. I'm just not.
So
Um,
empowering.
And yeah.
Jack-
And then I rewatched Hot Fuzz,
Oh, cool.
which is, I think,
I haven't
the
seen that in a
best
long
of the.
time.
Me neither. And I threw it on. I was like, okay, I
I-
really like it. I think it's the best of his trilogy.
I think I'm sorry.
I love Shaun of the Dead, but I
No,
think
no.
that's the better one.
I'm going all the way
Bring
to
the noise.
to the other side. I fucking love At the World's End. I love
Oh, I
it.
think it's great. I just don't think it's as good as Hot Fuzz. I think at World's End has its moments. I think some of it falls apart for me. I think the whole weird alien
I like that.
shit, like when they go into like the mother, or it was like a mothership or something.
Yeah.
That part was a little weird. I think Hot Fuzz from like start to end is perfect. Like everything just works so well. And then when you think he's solved everything, it turns out they were just doing shit to preserve the town's like reputation. Is like, you know, you killed her because she was gonna sell in the big mart. No, we killed her because we didn't want anybody else getting her flour. Like, it was so on the surface reasons to kill everybody, and he thought it was such a deeper conspiracy. It was just everything was so good, and there's a lot of people in that movie that I forgot were in it. Like Olivia Colman, she was the one doing all the sexual innuendos. And then the old man that would stand next to her and just say, like, she goes, I have like a little bit of a midnight snack, don't you think? And he'd go, cock. It's like I miss it like every time, but then he did it. And I was like, okay, this was good.
That's me.
But so I think I'll probably end up watching Shaun of the Dead again. But I think Hot Fuzz is the better of the three. They're all good, though. Like the Cornetto trilogy is really
Maybe
good.
I need to rewatch them all, but I remember watching, like, I was in Afghanistan when The World's End came out, and I just watched it like 18 times in a row because I loved it so much.
It's all he had. It was a bootleg copy.
No,
It was all
I did have a bootleg copy, but it wasn't all I had, so
Some little-
it was really good.
some young lad from a
Just
neighboring.
camels walking by. In the
And then I kept
background.
going, come in here and watch this, and then people would watch it with me.
We're trying to fight.
And I would be like, this part, you gotta watch this. I was that guy, just for that movie though.
It was good.
Yeah.
I was like, sir, why are you touching me?
Who are you? He's like, I don't speak English. Because it's an Afghanistan guy, because that's all the people that would come to my room. He's like,
Get bitches.
Yes. Have you seen that video?
No. Wait, no. I think you've shown me.
Oh.
Yes, you have. You were teaching the one guy to say "get bitches"
No.
or something like that.
Like get money, something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
funny.
know.
It's
was
hilarious.
funny. What? Did you watch anything this week?
I did the same thing, man. I was doing some other stuff, and Netflix happened to be on, and it was like on the suggested thing, so I just hit it to watch, and I watched that stupid movie again, Metal Lords.
I like that movie.
I do kind of like that movie,
I
man.
didn't hate
it's a fun movie to watch, and same thing. Like I find myself like watching it in parts, and then I'm like standing there watching it, and I'm like, okay, maybe I will watch this for a little bit, and then pretty soon you're watching the ending, and you're watching the metal scene, and it's one of those fun little watches.
What I like in Metal Lords is the beginning. There's a Coheed and Cambria sticker on the drums.
Was that the only thing that you liked about the movie?
Yeah, I never liked that movie at all.
You're like, this is as far as I got.
No,
And it's just fun for me because it's like it's that whole like getting into a band and playing metal music, and it's funny how because everybody knew that kid growing up. He was like so into metal and hated everything that everybody else did, and was like, "You're a fucking poser. Fucking metal rules."
His long hair,
Yeah.
Metallica, from like Injustice for All T-shirt. Yeah.
I had a guy at school, he would draw the Metallica M anytime he had to do a problem or something on the board. Every time he'd draw the Metallica M.
He's like, I'm going to write this in it.
Like when he calls her music gay, she has to call him out, and she looks at all his posters, and there's like the big one with like goblin cock with a pierced dick hanging out the guy's, and he's like, whatever.
What was their band name that they had named the band?
Skullfuckers.
Skullfuckers. That's right. It was like on the drums. They were doing like a school thing. It was like, this is our band, Skullfuckers. I'm like,
The principal was like, nope, ain't going out there with that.
Going out. Yeah, no, I like that
What
movie.
they change it to?
Skullflower.
Skullflowers, yeah. It's so stupid.
It's such a bad movie.
I didn't hate it.
It's
Yeah,
not terrible. It's just
I
one of those
didn't
stupid
hate
fun
it.
movies.
No, it was.
It's not a great movie, but it's a fun watch.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit there and go, it's one of the greatest representations of metal in high school I've ever seen. No, it's just a fun. It's one of those. It's what we talk about is like those coming of age movies and
Yes.
the teen movies, and it's one of those. Like it's
And at the
Detroit
end, like
Rock
the
City,
stupid
it's,
nerdy
Metal
chicks
Lords.
like
It's
Detroit
all
Rock
those
City is
meddling out with her
amazing.
cello, and he's doing his solo, and he gets his moment, and then they fuck it all up, and he breaks his fucking leg. And that's the greatest fucking part.
So good.
You know what? You know
Idiot.
what's better than that? And you probably neither of
just
you have
screaming.
probably ever seen it, but it's my favorite type of those movies is Band Slam. You ever seen Band Slam?
No, that sounds
Oh.
like some weird Christian
No,
rock.
it's fucking Phoebe from Friends and some kid I don't know, and then Allie and from Allie and AJ. I don't know.
You're
what that
really
is.
selling me.
I know. And so
It's his favorite movie.
no,
He does
Was
everything.
this on Disney with Camp Rock?
He knows-
no.
You love Camp Rock, don't you?
I never saw Camp Rock.
Oh,
Lies.
And it's
and there's the vinyl right there.
High School
It's
Musical.
underneath the thing. It's the Camp Rock.
It's right next to High School Musical.
Vanessa Hudgens is in it. She's
See?
really good at it.
What is your?
Lisa
Was this on
Kudrow.
Disney?
It's fucking band
Scott
ca- or it's-
Porter, David Bowie's in it. It's good.
Oh,
Jeez.
that's what killed him.
Yeah, poor guy.
Fuck,
You've
he
never seen it, so shush. It's good.
David Bowie's last movie.
He did the Prestige, and then he went fucking. What was
It's
it?
about a high
David
school
Bowie's Cocaine
that has
Bear.
like a huge fucking
Right.
like has like a huge like battle of the bands type of thing, and then this one guy he doesn't want to like be in a band. He just wants to like produce a band. So he gets like a bunch of like nerds together, and they make a band. It's good. And one of the chicks who sings is Vanessa Hudgens, and then,
Reminds me of
but
that
he's-
fake band at MTV did a long time ago.
but then like
Good Charlotte?
No,
Allie from
no, it was like
Ally
you
and-
plus me equals.
that's
or-
yeah, together.
That's
And-
funny.
and together. Something
Well, their
like
name was Together, but they had a song called In Together.
that. Yeah, this is what this reminds
I know my calculus.
me. Of. Exactly. Calculus was great.
Yeah.
Like for a long time, you're like, wait, are you sure this is not a real band? It's like the height of boy band.
I think that guy's in it.
You're like, I'm convinced.
Anyways, watch Band Slam.
Band Slam.
It's good, dude. I'm telling you.
Like I don't mind like a
Just the
movie
way
like
you
this 'cause
described
it's
it.
like pitch perfect, but like none of
The way you described it was like, it
sounds
seems
good.
very, very inferior to what we were just talking about.
No,
Right?
have you ever
Metal
seen?
Lords Band Slam.
No, okay. So Allie from AJ and Allie, she is like this popular girl who.
This has got to be a Disney movie.
No,
I don't
it's
even know
not.
who AJ and Allie is.
It's,
like he's still not selling.
It's she loses her popularity to take care of her dying father, and then the Scott Porter guy he breaks up with her and starts his own band. Yes, that's it.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And
Right?
please,
It's Camp
I
Rock.
swear to God, it's good.
It's fucking
Well,
Camp Rock.
I mean, Jake Hamilton of CBS TV says it's smart, funny, and cool. So
It's fucking good, man. I'm
Jesus
telling you.
Christ.
And then Vanessa Hudgens plays like this like emotionless robot chick who's like,
as much as he's talked this
but
up,
she's
I
good at
have to
singing.
watch it now just so I
dude,
can
it's
shit
so
on it.
good.
gonna
I
be-
have it. I own it somewhere. You can borrow.
this is going to be a very upsetting next episode when we just rip this apart.
You'd have to watch it
We're
first.
going to.
Oh,
We'll watch
this
over
will be the
beef.
one that I'm going to put the effort in.
This is Scott's next pick. Since we haven't seen it, we could choose it.
Yeah, this is my effort pick.
We're watching 2009 Band Slam.
I would love to watch Band Slam on the show. So I could talk about Band Slam. For
Oh no!
hours.
believe, like-
So we'll be watching my movie, and we're going to talk about this movie because I'm going to
Oh.
watch it now because you're saying that it's better than Metal Lords. So that's
It
my
is better than
that's my
Metal Lords.
baseline right now.
It's way better than Metal
Freaking
Lords.
Joe, what's his name? Joe Manganiello is the fucking
I love that.
the
He's like the
doctor.
ex-band guy.
Yeah.
He's like, it's better than... Yeah, I mean... Yeah, I guess being a band was awesome, and he's just like, oh, God, that was funny. He's like running the mental hospital or something.
Except when you have to be around people, you hate them.
I like that none of us watched anything, so we're just like filling time
Who
with
cares?
the
This is
dumbest
fun.
conversation.
No, we're talking about Band Slam. With this guy, rapping boy number 1, Derek Cox Bird.
Wow, Derek Coxbird.
It's like, okay, so if I had to just like if
Here comes
I
here comes the cell again.
no, okay, so like
Is he in Champions?
if I had to call it a okay, so it's like
All right, sell me.
Yeah, please.
it's
Come on.
like Bring It On.
Here, sell me this brush.
It's like Bring It On.
Sell me this
meets
pen.
Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist meets.
You lost Scott already.
Wait, you don't like Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist?
I'm calculating all the stuff that you're piling in together here.
What other movie am I thinking of? I'll have to think about it. But it's a lot like the first one I said.
I mean,
which I
I've
can't
seen
remember.
the cover of this. I'm not gonna lie, I have seen the cover of
It's
this.
okay. The cover is not represent. You're judging a book.
No, I'm
by
just
its
saying I've
cover.
seen the cover. I have seen the cover.
Oh, okay.
And again, covers do a lot. It will either draw you in or steer you away from it. And maybe that's not the only thing that maybe steered me away from this movie.
What was the other?
Maybe the people in it.
Did you see Adventureland?
I did.
Yes.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
Adventureland's fun.
It's same realm.
Without the decent actors and actresses.
With a terrible
Lisa
cast
Kudrow.
in a
Vanessa Hudgens. What's wrong with Vanessa Hudgens?
a lot.
No, she's cool.
She'll never fuck
Maybe
you.
he's what's his face from NBC. He wrote that.
Right.
Well, I don't want her to fuck me. I just think she's cool.
This movie-
Aaron Williams from NBC says, Vanessa Williams is cool. Vanessa
I'd
Williams.
do her.
Hudgens. Vanessa Williams.
I would do her. Maybe in that movie, not
Oh my
now. I
God.
don't
The
know.
original film was called Will, and then they changed the title to Rock On, and finally landed on the banger Band Slam.
Band Slam
Will.
is the name of the fucking thing
Breakfast?
in the movie that where all the bands play.
That's fine.
And she says like, "Oh, no." He says like, "What's this Band Slam thing? Is it like a Texas football size school thing?" I don't know. Anyways, you guys got to watch it. I'm doing a terrible job of selling
This
it.
is great.
I can't wait for you to watch it and come back and be like, Aaron, we're so wrong. This movie was incredible.
I don't know.
You know what? School today was like Guantanamo with a lunch period. I'm in. The dialogue is great. Can't wait to watch great Band Slam.
When did this come out?
2009.
Oh, so it's not a 90s flick.
No,
No.
like that's what I would be okay with a 90s.
Yeah, if it was like 99,
Because
I'd
I
be
did like
okay,
Bring It
it's
On.
a 90s
I love
flick.
those movies.
It's
Bring
like
It On's
that.
fantastic.
The
She's
comedy
all
is
that.
in it is subtle. Like there's a part. Okay, I'm just gonna give you this one part.
Yeah, please don't ruin it.
There's a part.
Dude, the sell on
where
this is so hard.
He's playing the guitar for her, and afterwards he goes up to his little friends that are helping him play. He goes, "Find everything you want on this Will guy," and he's like, "We don't work for you. Like we're not your."
They do
cronies."
a montage where they sing to with basketballs and stuff.
I don't know. This guy gave it a 9 out of 10. Excellent family movie. I rate it an 8 which is weird because it shows a 9. Only because for a PG movie, kids younger than 12 may not get what the movie's about, though they might just think it's about singing.
So neither of you will get it because you're both mentally younger than 12.
This is so stupid.
It's probably true.
Let's see.
It's probably true.
All actors are on point in playing their characters. Great casting. This is a sleeper movie of the summer.
Sleeper movie of the summer.
Did you write this?
Oh,
Yes, he went on there under every.
Apparently, I'm very busy giving fake band slammers.
Right. I didn't watch anything this week. I
'Cause
was,
I was
Aaron, writing
Aaron,
reviews for Band Slam.
You know, Aaron, man, when he's into something, he goes all in.
Oh, he's gonna get the shirt.
I was going to get a band slam tattoo at one
When
point.
Ruck and Fountain comes out with the band slam.
I wish they would. I'd commission that.
He's gonna commission a Band Slam shirt.
You hear that, Jeff?
It's a lot of Vanessa Hudgens.
No, nobody-
We need a Ruck and Fountain
Nobody
band
outside
slam
of this
shirt.
house hears that. See the numbers. Anyways, all right.
Did you watch anything?
No, I watched
Damn.
Beef. I watched Beef. Like all of my time was spent watching Beef. Sorry,
Sounds so weird.
dude. You got.
I watched-
I was by the pork
I watched-
shop and I was watching Beef. No
watched
wonder that guy
Beef.
called you an asshole and fat. All your whole week was food themed.
He called me so fat. I was.
Hey, Beef.
Hey, Porky, you fat.
Is this the shit
beef
on?
pork
Who,
guy?
me? You see any other fatties out here?
So bad.
Oh, I did watch something.
Oh.
But it's not really worth talking about.
Oh, well, because we have no time to talk about it.
Yeah, 'cause
No,
we're
I'm
talking
just
about
saying it's
fucking
not really
band
worth-
slam.
I watched Life of Crime, American Undercover, which
What is
was okay. So it was a documentary that was recommended to me by Pure Cinema Podcast, and it's about this.
Just to you.
Yeah, just to me.
Hey.
It was a personal.
Hey, Aaron, you might want to watch this.
So
Turn off Beef and watch this one.
Elric was talking about it, and he said that it's about these guys who commit like these small petty crimes, like they'll go into like a bodega and steal a bunch of like sheets and then go resell them, and they let them.
What?
Yeah, dude,
Poor bodega owners.
it's fucking.
Scott goes into a Five Below, steals shit, and goes sells it.
It's really good, but
Don't steal my
it turns into this like drug addict thing. I don't know. It's good. It's on HBO Max. There's 3 parts. I haven't watched the other 2. I heard the other 2 aren't as nearly as good, but this one was really good. So yeah, I watched that.
It's in Chicago. They had to
Said-
close it down afterwards.
said New York, like I just said. Remember when I said set in New York? No.
Yeah, you missed the joke.
I forgot I did actually watch one other thing.
Oh,
I started
Was
watching
it Band
that.
Slam?
No, it was probably just as good. I started watching that renovation show.
I did hear that you started watching this.
Yeah, I just watched one episode. I mean, it's okay.
Renovation.
I get.
So Jeremy Renner,
Did you get run over by like a snowplow?
he's just standing in a parking lot trying to dodge vehicles.
Mad is not the correct word, but when I hear you watch this over Beef, it frustrates me.
Okay, so when
Beef is a great show. Renovations is fucking Jeremy Renner.
this episode was sponsored by Beef, out now on Netflix.
Beef.
It's what's for watching. No, I threw it. If I'm going to
Gotta
watch
be the right
something,
mind frame, man.
and I hate saying that, but yes, if I've
I
had a
understand
long
that.
day and I don't care enough about something, I'm not going to do it. This week, I've like seriously picked up my game controller and then realized I don't want to play anything, or I don't want to play something that takes any kind of mental facilities. It's the same with watching stuff. Sometimes I just don't want to focus on anything, so I'll throw something on that either A, I've seen, a TV show that I'm rewatching for the 15,000th time, or I'll throw on something that I know I don't care about, but I can throw on in the background, like Renovations.
Metal
There's no
Lords.
plot to this shit. There's nothing. I don't need to know backstory. I don't need to know what's going on. I sit there and I just, okay, he's renovating some vehicle for a part of Reno, Nevada. Like that's all that needs to be. I don't need to watch Steven Yeun and Beef and all this shit because I know I'm going to get invested and I'm fucking tired.
That's fair.
And so I would rather be ready for something or not commit to it.
So I listened to you on your other show, and it was like 3 a.m. and I was getting a breakfast burrito, and you're like, I was watching Renovations.
He was
and
mad.
I was sitting there going like, you motherfucker, you couldn't watch Beef. I was yelling at my fucking radio in my truck. I was like, but you couldn't watch Beef, you
Tell you what.
motherfucker.
If Vanilla Ice shows up on Renovations, I am fucking invested.
Didn't he do a show like that?
Yeah, it was like his whole, I can't remember what the hell he called it, but it was like a whole renovation thing where he,
Oh, I mean, everyone's got one. I think
That's our next thing.
Right, we're gonna just renovate shit.
Now I need to remember what
And it's just gonna be you telling Scott what you want him to do.
Well, Kim said I could move the 2 posters, so that we're putting.
Well, you better get on that, Scott.
I guarantee that's not what she said.
Scott, could you move that for me? And then
No.
you're gonna walk over and just.
No, I promise. She said, as long as I
Maybe
get
because last week she was like, "That's not what I said. I don't know if that's gonna be a thing."
no.
Oh, it was just called
Is this what the fight
It was just called the Vanilla Ice Project.
Oh,
Yeah,
bummer.
boring.
It would have been better if it was like Ice Project or something like that. No, she said as long as I
Collaborate
get light
construction.
boxes, I can take the posters out and add more shelving. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get light
I
boxes.
heard a lot of I. When we all know you're building the shelving.
Well, no. Scott will build the shelving.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I do a lot for Scott,
Well, I know you like to throw that out.
too. And he does a lot for me, so.
Very symbiotic.
Yeah, that's
Just trying to think of who's
So
the,
I
who's
just-
the shark and who's the little
So
fish.
I
sucking
just
on the
remember originally when I built this, and he said it's gonna be way,
I don't.
way
no,
too
no,
much.
no, no,
way
no,
too
no,
much.
no. I'm not gonna.
I'm
I'm
never-
not
I'm
doing
never gonna
this.
fill this up.
No, and I just said, yeah. He's like, I'm never gonna fill this up,
Yeah.
man. Because I asked Michael, you want to go over on this wall too? And he's like, just this wall will be fine, man. That's plenty of room.
I originally thought you
We're
were
sitting
do
amongst
that wall.
stacks of movies on the floor.
Well,
Bro, the amount of toxins that'll get put into the earth the second this house burns down will rival any train derailment slash recycling plant fire. This is gonna be bad.
This is why the cows blow up.
I couldn't believe that. Like I was just like, okay,
I mean,
18,000.
so what I
Aaron
want
is
to, I just want to add.
single-handedly
That's
keeping
why I
the
couldn't watch Beef. I was in mourning.
I want to
media
add
business.
3 more of these or whatever. That's what I want to do. So.
Gotcha. I love this in the audio meeting, and we're doing things like we want to do this here. And
3
there.
more bookshelves so I can put all the. So what I'm going to do is move all of my collectibles over there, and then open the fan this out to regular movies, and just go around the corner. So, anyways, no one cares about that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Just looking at all the other stacks.
fucked
of
up your
movies
Tesla.
around.
I know, dude. Like that's some new ones, and then there's some new ones right there, and I'm not even ordering that many anymore. And I'm still, it's still just too much.
No, it didn't stop. It's just that many.
Amazon guys like fucking Norm. Norm.
If I ordered from Amazon,
Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, man.
We haven't seen you in 3
I get in
hours.
fights on the Orbit DVD fucking Facebook thing.
Just you get in fights on social media?
That's weird.
That's
know.
crazy.
Never heard you fight anybody on
You guys are assholes.
anywhere.
Do we want to talk about your movie?
We can do that.
All right.
Let me bring it up.
I'm
since
excited
you
to talk
decide-
about it because it seems like
I think there's some spectrum.
we're
here.
not on the same page. There's
Really?
I
There's,
think
there's a
that's how it is.
spectrum, and it might be autistic.
Yeah.
It's Champions or whatever the fucking movie's called. But I still need to watch.
No. Shit.
No, you
Hold
have to
on,
watch it too.
Hey, you watch that, we'll watch fucking Band Camp Rock.
Band Slam.
School of Rock. Got it.
It is a little bit like School of Rock.
Don't you dare. Fucking love School of Rock.
Yeah, it's the greatest band in the world. So this week, we watched the 1994 classic. Everyone's dead. The 1944 American black comedy directed by Frank Capra.
Why's it gotta be black?
Not one person was
White.
black in
No,
that
there
one.
was. He was in the beginning of the movie.
Was he?
Yeah, he was at the train station.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I missed that.
I was like, whoa.
I missed that. I was
George was like, I couldn't tell for the black and white.
I was too busy watching the old lady saying, "We don't want a foreigner in our house." Anyway, the 44 classic, Arsenic and Old Lace.
It will be compulsory that we have the signature of a physician.
Oh, Doctor. Oh, Dr. Einstein. Come here and sign some papers, please.
Good night.
Come here, Dr. Einstein.
A doctor?
Oh, yes. Dr. Einstein almost operated on me earlier this evening. Come along, Doctor. Here. Now, just sign right here, please, Doctor.
Yes.
Were you leaving, Doctor?
Yes, please.
Oh, aren't you going to wait for Jonathan?
I don't think we go to the same place.
Hello, Mike. We picked up that guy that's wanted in Indiana. His accomplice description is right on the circular. It's on the desk in front of you. Read it to me, will you? Yeah. About 40. 5'3". 140 pounds. Pop eyes. Talks with a German accent. Poses as a doctor. Okay, Mike, thanks.
That's all right, Lieutenant Rooney. The doctor here has completed the signatures.
Oh, that's great. Thanks, Doc. You've done Brooklyn a great service.
But Dr. Einstein.
Okay.
Doobie.
Talk about it. I want you guys to talk.
Okay, so this movie is about essentially a bachelor who's finally ready to settle down with his preacher next door neighbor wife. She's not a preacher, I guess.
Her dad's
a preacher, and then
who was in for 2 seconds and then disappears. Okay.
For some reason, they're going to get eloped, I guess, or they're going to get their wedding certificate.
They were just going to get married.
And this takes place on Halloween, which is not important at all.
No, but they make it super fucking important at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're like, hey, this takes place on Halloween, and everything's Halloween, and it's showing all the backgrounds. And I'm like, ooh, okay.
We're going to
get a Halloween movie.
Right.
But they just handed out fucking pumpkins and pies to the fucking little children.
Technically, this is a Halloween movie because it takes place on Halloween.
Technically, yes.
So then Cary Grant goes back to his aunt's house, and he finds a dead body, and he has a brother.
Hilarity ensues.
Yeah, his brother's fucking crazy, and the most annoying character in the human fucking race of movies. That I just wanted. Every time he was on. Yes, every time he was on screen.
I don't know why you thought he was.
Because every time he yelled "charge," I wanted to break my television.
He only did it 43 times. Every time he went up the stairs.
It's kind of like
every 3 minutes.
Like when Aaron latches onto something, man. It was like his autistic bit, man. Is like I'm just gonna yell "charge" in every scene.
No, because
charge.
Yeah, well,
bully.
It comes to find out that this is a fucking. Well, I found this out that this was a play that ran forever. It was like 1,400 some odd showings.
And it feels that way.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, once you...
The movie feels like it ran for 1,400 shows.
It did feel like it dragged. Like, I gotta find...
It was 2 hours long, and it felt like it was 5 hours long.
I gotta say, most of it did feel very slow. It wasn't until, I think, the brother shows up with... the
whole first
Dr.
hour
Einstein,
and 53 minutes.
With the Dr. Einstein character, who I loved in this movie. Because he was in... Casablanca for like a hot minute and then disappears completely. He was great in this. Up until that point, it did feel very slow. And Cary Grant, I haven't spent a lot of time with Cary Grant.
So I'll tell you.
I gotta say,
I'll tell you something when you're done.
Hopefully, he doesn't act like this in every movie because this was the most unlikable character.
Well, he hated this fucking movie.
Overacted everything. Everything was like, what? Break the fourth wall. Look at the camera like, oh my God.
So
I
audience
couldn't stand him
felt
in
the
this.
same way as you, and they actually had to edit this movie a bunch to make it that way because the play.
Look, I got to trip over a chair. Whoa!
Because in the play, that character wasn't nearly as
pratfall-y.
Yeah. But I did tell him I did like. The only part I laughed at, and the only part that I thought was mildly amusing was when she comes over and he's like, "I can't marry you anymore," because she finds out that his aunts are killing people, and anyways, she goes, "What about Niagara Falls?" And he goes, "Oh, is it? Well, let it." And then she goes, "Why are you kicking me out?" And he's like, "I'm not kicking you out. Now get out." That was the only part.
There was a lot
funny.
of that because he was on the phone calling the doctor, and she goes, "I'm gonna leave," and he's like, "I'll see you later." Wait, hey, honey, where'd you go? Like he's not paying attention, and he's just. But the problem is that he's just. I don't find him likable. So there was that part, almost a whole, I would say 30, 40 minutes, where they introduced the brother, and they go through all that, and he's off screen,
boring.
And he's great because it's weird. And it turns into a weird movie.
So I compare this to, like, we watched another movie that I kind of lump in that same category when we watched Duck Soup.
Yes.
And that is, to me, funny.
Yeah.
Funny one-liners. Very quick, very quirky. Like, those made me laugh. This one, I think, was trying to do the same comedy, and it just seemed to, like I just almost didn't care.
Well, and the problem is the Cary Grant character, Mortimer, he's supposed to be the focus, and I didn't care one bit about him. I can care less about I'm a confirmed bachelor, finally got married. That was almost like side plot. The real plot, it was the ants, and the ants were funny. The ants had their little moments. They were like, oh, yeah, we got 12 bodies in the thing. Oh, that's Mr. So-and-so. Oh, we don't want a foreigner because they're super racist.
Nonchalant about it.
The rumor is that the grandmother in, like, the Tweety Bird like Sylvester Tweety Bird. It was modeled after these two women.
I could see it.
Apparently, they use a lot of the same
mannerisms.
The same mannerisms, same like sentences. Like it's all like supposed to be pretty like close, and it was supposed to be essentially modeled after these two women.
I could see that. I mean, I liked their characters. They were fun. The brother was weird. Okay, so it took me a while to realize that Teddy is the brother of Mortimer and the other guy.
Correct.
I thought it was like an uncle. So, like, those were the aunts, that was the uncle. But then that guy looked like he was like 20 years older than Mortimer, who you can't tell who the other guy's age was because he looked like fucking Frankenstein. But, like, you don't know.
Purpose.
I know, but you don't know. Really? What happened? They only mentioned it 30 times.
No, but I'm saying because
like
it was supposed to be Boris Karloff, but he...
Because I guess he was in the play.
Right, but they filmed this while the play was still going, and they wouldn't let him leave the play to go film the movie.
Well, because here's the thing. Like, apparently back in the day, like, all these movies, studios pretty much owned actors.
Yeah.
So, like, for an actor to go and do another studio film, the studio had to loan them out as if they were baseball cards.
Right.
Like, here, you can borrow this to do this. So, like, if an
That's why
actor...
I love the golden age of Hollywood.
Yeah, well...
Slavery.
Slavery and no black people.
Except for the one guy at the beginning.
The one guy at the beginning, because he was a train porter. Yeah, so I guess the Ants were contracted with another studio, so when they were doing this movie, the studio had to pay like an exorbitant amount of money because they were loaned out. I'm like, this is fucking weird.
Well, a lot of these were people from the play.
Right.
Yes.
The
so
Ants
were. Yeah, they were a lot of, I think there was like 3 or 4 of them, of the main characters that were in the actual play, except for Boris, where they were like, no, you're too big of a name, you have to stay behind. And
so we have
play.
to put some clay on this one dude's face.
And then they made all those Boris Karloff jokes in it.
Right.
And they thought that he'd be offended, but he signed off on it immediately, thinking it was like hilarious. I did not click with this one, man. I didn't think that it was funny. I didn't think that it was interesting. I was like, okay. I hated Teddy so much, and his whole thing is that he's burying these bodies because
Yellow fever,
Panama Canal, something like that. I don't know. And then
because Teddy thinks he's Teddy Roosevelt. So the ants are killing people, and then Teddy is insane. So he thinks he's Teddy Roosevelt. So the ants would kill these lonely old men who don't have anybody else, so they think they're doing them a favor.
It's like arsenic.
And then they basically say, Teddy, we had a death of yellow fever because he thinks he's building the Panama Canal. So he helps them bury the bodies.
Yes.
So it's like a factory of killing old white men. I didn't think it was that funny up until a little bit later when all, like, the brother was there, and then Dr. Einstein was there, and then you got everybody kind of interacting, and then the police show up, and there's a lot.
But there's too
more
stupid to understand.
Yes,
it's a slapstick comedy. No, it's fine.
There was a lot of hilarity there and quick one-liners that I thought were funny, but to spend an hour and 40 minutes to get to that point was rough for me.
Yeah.
And I wanted to like this because I've been told this is
it's on Criterion.
A great movie.
Clearly, people love this film,
right.
and I
think it's
probably in the minority.
The people that are in this, I think it's like a who's who of the Hollywood at that time. So I think it's like, hey, you have to kind of like this.
He donated his salary from this film,
like $100,000
to the war effort.
Yes.
And
well, because I think was it the director?
The German side?
When the I think the director when they were like bringing people back into like service, I think he didn't quote me if I'm right or wrong here.
Quote you if you're
but
wrong.
He was, I guess, editing the movie and had to do it so quickly because he got called back into service. So that's why this movie is almost 2 hours long, because they left a ton of shit in that was supposed to get cut out.
Oh. When I saw the runtime, I was like,
"You son of a bitch!"
It's not that because I can sit through a 2-hour movie.
This man's gonna go see a fucking 3-hour Ari Aster movie.
But yes, correct. But
fucking Joaquin Phoenix sitting on a fucking lounge chair.
Here's the
3
deal.
hours.
When I think 1944, I don't think there's 2 hours of content to fill, and I was correct. So, it's
this could have been about an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah,
right.
It would have been probably sufficient enough.
I think they just get too. There's too much of him like discovering dead body and freaking out about it. Like it just goes on forever, and it's like, okay, yeah.
It's weird because like you think this is a dark comedy. Okay, so I get it. So it starts off trying to be 1940s funny, and then it gets real dark in the middle, where it's like, do you remember when I used to shit fucking put like wood under your fingernails and torture you as a child. I'm like,
don't like being told
Jesus
what to do.
Christ. And then I like the argument of, I killed 12 and they killed 12. And he's like, you didn't, or I killed 13, you didn't kill 12. And the guy was like, you only killed 12. You can't count that guy. And they're going through the list of people they're killing. And I was like, that's kind of dark for like the time. Like, it just felt weird that they were having this conversation. The answer, like, well, we got 12. And it's like,
that was the only thing I
weird.
thought was kind of funny was how innocent and like carefree these ants were.
They were so,
and they're like the worst part of this movie, but you're like, oh, they're so sweet.
Yeah, they're monsters, but they're the nicest little ladies ever.
And then Cary Grant's trying to like get people to get out of the house because he's like, oh, you're gonna kill him. And then why can't he marry? Is because he doesn't want.
He already married her. That's the thing.
No, but he's like, we can't be married anymore
because he think. Okay, so the whole gist is that the ants are crazy. They're killing people.
Right. He thinks
Teddy's killing people. The brother's a sadistic asshole. He thinks because he's related to these people, he's going to go crazy.
Yeah,
and he doesn't want to put her in harm's way until he finds out that he was like the son of a sea cook or something. And it's so fucking random.
No, he
and
does.
Weird.
That's son of Seabiscuit.
Yeah, he's
the
son of Seabiscuit
on his phone.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you miss all the comedy. You miss all the nuance.
So small, it went right over my head.
Such a tiny screen. But yeah, no, like at the end of the movie, he finds out he's not actually blood related to any of these nut jobs. So he's like, "All right, cool." And then he, manhandles his girlfriend, wife, and
she was
then
hot,
he makes
though.
out.
She was super hot.
Yeah,
I'm into chicks from the 40s.
Just chicks.
He's like, I'm into chicks. I'm like, oh, that's good.
From the
40s.
Women are great. No.
He's like, I'm into chicks in their 40s.
Yeah, from the 40s. He's like, I really dig this 90-year-old woman. I
super hot now.
Have I told you that story?
The old lady story? Yeah, I don't want to hear about it.
I know. I just
we've heard it.
No, please don't put it on here.
Well, it's not that big of a deal, but I won't. But I was just wondering.
Oh, it'll one day. One day.
I'll tell you all my stories.
One day it'll come to Mike.
Dust in the wind and in the bedroom.
I'm gonna pick a movie that so closely resembles that.
You tried with Harold and Maude.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that would have been the time. Story. Yeah.
We're gonna do that in a year and revisit that movie, and then we're gonna have that story told. And that'll be the last episode we ever recorded. We're going out with a bang, literally.
It was gross.
Okay, no, we're gonna talk. No, he'll start telling it.
I won't.
But
I think you can already put two and two together, and you know exactly what's going to happen.
I really want to talk about Aaron fucking an old woman.
It was just one time.
No, it wasn't. So, all right, what do you give this
potato
one?
chips? Can't just do one.
I mean, I didn't like it, but that doesn't mean it wasn't like well done and stuff like that. The brother guy was creepy and weird. I don't know. I just maybe stupid fucking saying. Maybe I wasn't in the right headspace. I don't know. I just did not find myself vibing with this at all. I just wanted it to fucking end. So I'm going to go 2.5 because I know it's a good movie. I just personally didn't care for it. Don't know if I would ever watch it again. I have no idea. Maybe I'll check out the Criterion disc and see what supplements are on there.
You think special features are going to make this any better?
I don't know.
I'm Lauren Bacall. This movie sucks.
Hey, do you know Boris Karloff is supposed to be
just doing
this?
a commentary? He's like, yeah, that was supposed to be me.
That was going to be me.
See how he looks like Frankenstein? Frankenstein's monster, not Frankenstein.
Have you guys ever seen Ed Wood?
Yes, I love Ed Wood.
I've never seen it.
Really?
Yeah, I guess I'll watch it.
Oh, I love that
someday.
Do you own it? You probably do.
I do.
I was going to say I own it.
The one guy at this table that hasn't seen it.
Right? That's so weird.
I like when he
Boris Karloff can suck my dick.
I like when he asks stuff. He's like, "You guys seen that?" And I go, "Yeah, I've seen that."
I haven't.
Like, he looks at you like, "How fucking dare you have seen this?"
I know,
movie?
Right?
I don't like.
What do you mean you've seen Euro Trip 13 times?
I love Euro Trip.
I know. I was just looking at it. Like, oh, watch Euro
Scotty
Trip.
doesn't know. Fiona and me.
I was listening to that the other day. I was like, oh,
Scott, what did you give it, Jordan?
I
knew it. I knew he was gonna do that.
fucking threw me off, man. I was like, yeah.
What do you give it, Scott?
I'm the same. I think everything that you said was pretty much everything's been running through my head. It's something that it just didn't quite hit with me, and I kind of wanted it to because I was like, oh, okay, Cary Grant, like a dark comedy. Like I was like like none of the jokes I laughed at. And I can laugh in my head, and that's fine, because I know I don't laugh out loud when I'm sitting by myself watching these movies.
If you go back and listen to our last 3 shows, you're like, I laughed out loud when I was by myself.
there's certain times, and it's probably a just tasteless humor that I laugh at. This is, and again, I'm going to probably kind of just mirror everything you said. It's like, I think probably for the time and who is in this movie and maybe the play and all that kind of stuff, I think it's probably, I'm gonna give it a gracious 2.5 because I might have to go back and maybe try to rewatch this because, again, I don't know if I was just in the right head frame of watching this movie. It was a hard watch for me, and it was, again, like I said, just didn't really click with me right away. So,
Your dog.
I'm going 4.
No.
This is a 5 out of 5. You guys don't know what you're
Cary
talking
Grant's
about.
Greatest movie ever. I think almost Cary Grant being in this movie makes it suffer a bit because I don't care anything about him. Like the Mortimer character honestly is annoying. I think he's too slapstick. He's too pratfall.
But don't think that Teddy's annoying.
I think because Teddy serves a purpose. He's just as crazy as everybody else. He's just as nutty as everyone else. He fits in that framework. Whereas Mortimer's running around going, whoa!
Because he's unsuspecting. He's the fucking Home Alone character. This movie was made out. Home Alone was made because of this movie. I guarantee it.
But because I know it was a play, the movie's framed like one. So it's like, I'm exiting out this door, and I'm going to come in through the window, and I'm doing all this stuff. So it feels very like it would do better on a stage versus this movie. I think a stage play would work.
I would go see that.
I think it's a half hour too long. I think they put too much setup into all this. I think the latter half of the movie is better than the beginning of the movie. I would probably rewatch this. I have a love of like these old black and white movies. I think the golden age of Hollywood is still just awesome, even though we can't relate to it. I think there's still a lot better movies then than they do make now.
This was almost there for me. It
feels like something's missing. I think
I just can't.
I am going about half point higher. I'm going to go with 3. It's serviceable. It's a serviceable movie. It's just there's a lot to not like about this movie, but it's not a bad movie. Like there are better. I mean, I definitely loved Casablanca better. I enjoyed, like you said, Duck Soup better.
Obviously, the play struck people because, I mean, it went for a long time. So the play may be, like you're saying, on a stage, this might be a fantastic story.
Yeah.
I think chopped up into a movie, it probably just didn't quite hit that same caliber.
Yeah. And I just think that, I don't know, I kind of like the idea that, because when you think of like an old movie in the 40s, you don't think it's a movie about murder. They're murdering people, and they're so nonchalant about it. Like, he opens it up, he's like, what? And then it's like, there's a dead body in there, and she goes, that's what we do. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. It's like,
wouldn't you know about it beforehand?
What?
Like, if they've been doing this for years and years and years?
If he's not been home in a while, or he doesn't live there, then he wouldn't have. Like, it just wouldn't have been a thing. I think he showed up to kind of tell the ants, and they're like little old biddies. And I think I honestly did like their characters. I thought they were fun. Little old biddies. I loved the doctor.
It's all right to be an old biddy.
I like the doctor. I like that, it's like, oh, we need the signature of the doctor. He's like, oh, no, I'm just trying to leave. And then he signs, and the cops are like, we got a description. He's so-and-so tall, and he kind of shrinks himself down a little bit. He's like, he's got big bug eyes. He kind of like shuts his eyes. He just wants to get the fuck out. And it's like, I liked his character. He was trying so hard to save Mortimer's life, and
you describing it more funny than
it is. It really is. Like, I think the doctor was a good portion. I think he provided a lot of comic relief, and he interacted better with the brother because the brother was like, you did this to me. He goes, well, I was drunk. Like I was drunk when I did the surgery. It's like, I'll make you look better. I'll do it. Don't worry about it. I need a drink. And it's like, oh, they're going to drink the arsenic. And then the fucking Teddy ruins it. And it's like, shit. We're going to have another half hour on this.
Yeah,
I thought the movie was about to end. So
Teddy.
It's a very gracious 3. I think I'll revisit this later down the line. I don't think it's as good as people keep pushing on me.
Criterion.
Yeah. But it was okay.
Nice.
It's all right.
All right, Scott. We turn to you to
All
find out
eyes turn to you.
How the turntables have turned.
We should put that in. That should be how we describe the next movie. And then, guys,
And Dan.
Our biggest snack show yet. It's coming. It's really it's really big though.
I grabbed 3 new things today on top
know.
of the chips that I got. We
Yeah.
have stuff possibly getting sent soon.
Summertime, man.
We
Stuff's
have
coming out.
so much.
2 bare feet on the dance floor.
Is enough vamping to get you ready for your movie? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay, I was just making sure.
I am ready.
Dude,
I was just
watching
waiting.
Marley and Me.
I was just waiting. Yes, we're all going to cry together. We're going to watch it together.
I can't watch Marley.
I
never
can't
watch that.
either, dude. I fucking sob like a child.
I've never seen
Or
it.
a
And
child.
I don't care.
Really?
I don't care. I love dogs.
I do love dogs. I
Well,
don't
then-
need to sit here and watch
then
fucking Owen
you
Wilson
need
go,
to-
wow,
You
the
need, to
dog's dead.
you need to watch it then, now that you have a dog.
Wow, he got hit by
Now
a
that you
car.
have a dog,
Wow.
you never had one before.
Yeah,
This is your
they-
first dog.
My very first dog.
Yeah. Do you like it?
The dog?
Oh, my dog?
Yeah.
Yes, I very much like my dog.
Okay, then you should watch
I
Marley.
like the last one, too.
Watch Marley and Me and fucking
Marley and
sob.
Me is really good.
Sob
Because
like
the
a
dog
child.
dies?
Yeah.
The dog dies of old age.
Okay.
Watch it.
So did my last dog, and that fucking fucked me up. I don't need to watch this movie.
It's a good cry. It's a good, healthy cry. Go ahead.
It's fucking like ugly cry.
Can we watch stuff this week so we have stuff to talk about? I guess we could have talked about
I mean, we're
movie
gonna watch fucking Camp Rock. We're
Movie
gonna
is
watch.
Band
You're
Slam.
gonna watch
Champions.
Champions. We'll have plenty to talk about.
Band Slam.
Okay, Band Slam, whatever.
And
it is.
I promise you,
it's a documentary
Jordan
about fish.
is not going to watch Band Slam.
I'll watch it
He'll be
tonight
like-
just to prove a point.
He'll be like,
I'll
I
never watch
fucking yeah, exactly.
Fly
No, I wanted to watch Renovations.
The other episodes, yeah.
You got to catch up.
I gotta save all my viewing for Wednesday's
Once
Mandalorian.
you've jumped in the pool,
Right.
you got to swim.
God, I hope Lizzo's in this one again. She's my favorite. Sing that song, Lizzo. Whatever, however it goes, I don't know.
In a minute.
Is that her?
Yeah.
What's the one where she's like, I'm that bitch or whatever? I don't know. Go.
It's about damn time I picked that movie. Let's go.
That's brutal.
So this, I'm bringing you back into like easy watching territory here.
Here we go.
I'm picking a movie that's an hour and 27 minutes. It's a watch. It's
You
a
already
quick
get
watch.
2 for that.
Yep. It's from 1988, starring Anthony Edwards. Miracle Mile.
Love can sure spin your head around. God, where do you begin?
Well, hello.
We must have been meant to be together.
It's too bad you have to work tonight.
Only till midnight.
Fate is a funny thing.
Take a nap, because you're going to need all your energy tonight.
It was one of those strange nights.
Finally meet the right girl and you blow it.
That could ruin your whole day. In a big way.
Dad, it's happening. This is it. This is really it. This is the big one.
This is a joke, right?
It's really happening. Happening.
This can't be true. We'll all be dead if we don't get out of here.
Nobody believes this, do they?
Not me. Not Spongy.
Make a list for me. People who we want to bring along.
We gotta get Julie. Who's Julie?
Harry Belafonte.
Who are you? Who are you?
Stop and let me off.
I don't stop for nothing. Jump! Don't hurt me, man. I got Nakamichi Pioneer. I got everything. If it doesn't happen, I'll pay you. If what doesn't happen, man?
I'm dreaming. That's it, I'm dreaming.
Y'all ready to go? You the pilot? Hey! Hey, you know anybody who can fly a helicopter? Helicopter pilots.
All the helicopter pilot bars are closed.
What's the problem?
It's true.
Love can be exciting,
Trust me with this.
even terrifying.
Julie!
I love you.
But nothing could prepare you for an experience like this.
What is the truth, Harry?
Miracle Mile.
Listen, I'm just a guy who picked up the phone.
So it's action, drama, romance, and apparently he's on a date. And then it says, a young man hears a chance phone call telling him that a nuclear war has started and missiles will hit the city in 70 minutes. I'm in.
Fuck. Okay, so you want to watch that, but Band Slam isn't your cup of tea? Jesus.
Is there nuclear war in Band Slam?
Yes.
Then I'm in.
We're all gonna die. We have to play this song.
If we don't
Bill
play
and
this
Ted.
song with the pick of destiny, the nuclear bomb's gonna hit.
Are we going to see
destroy the
Renfield?
city.
Tonight? I don't know.
I knew that was going to come.
I'm so tired.
That's totally fine. It's totally fine. I was like...
My thought is that if we're not going to talk about... Obviously, we're not talking about it today. We have time to watch it before next week.
Yes.
So we'll figure it out. We can maybe go Friday night.
Okay.
So we'll do... What's coming out this week?
There's something good.
Oh, that's right. Evil Dead.
Right.
So we're going to go shit ourselves at Evil Dead on Thursday,
You're
and
in?
then we'll watch Renfield on Friday.
I saw somebody got like a sneak preview of it that I know and is really into horror movies.
No, don't do that to me.
He's a little disappointed.
No, but I know people and that got the sneak peek, and they said that they loved it.
Really?
So
I just heard that he was just like, it's fine. It's fine.
Well, it's
the greatest movie in the world, 3.5.
I'm going to see it.
Dude, we'll go see it.
Okay.
Thursday night, we'll go see it. No matter how tired I am,
It's just
I'm
one of
going
those
to this
things where I'm like, when I see somebody say that's like really into that stuff, and I'm just like, oh no.
And here is my problem, because we love doing all this on the microphones.
Right.
My biggest problem with Renfield this week is that there has been a 7 o'clock showing for a 90-minute movie, and then 10:30.
For real.
Like, why is there no 8 o'clock? Why is there no 9:15? Like,
got a time to clean the theater.
Every theater that I've looked at that is local that we could go to has the worst showtimes for this movie, and I want to see it. And it's a 90-minute movie. It's quick. I don't know if I want to go at 10:30 at night.
We're showing
to see Renfield,
and then we're squeezing Mario Brothers in there.
I'm
get a second showing.
Well, I have to see Beau is Afraid too, so maybe I'll do a double feature with you on Friday. I'll go see it, and then I'll meet you at the theater afterwards.
Yeah, because I could probably do Friday night to go see Renfield, and Thursday we'll go see Evil Dead.
Okay.
Yes.
Can't wait. Maybe I'll go see Beau is Afraid Thursday, and then just meet you at the movie theater afterwards.
Okay, cool.
Well, I really want to see Beau is Afraid, so.
Okay.
All right. Hey, if anybody wants to know what we're doing, that's what we're doing.
Here's the address. And
you want to meet these guys at the theater on Thursday?
Hey guys, if you want to meet us in person,
hey, remember,
watch a movie.
I'll be the one skiing.
Watch a movie with your favorite podcasters.
I tell
we
you
can't
what,
give movies away, but you guys really want to hang out with us.
I'll pay for you if you show up. Podcast world. Anyways, as always, Snack Show. We're giving away a copy of The Nightmare Before Christmas. No.
You don't even know what you're giving away.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 4K
Texas Chainsaw.
All you got to do is go to our Instagram, drop a tag.
Tag your friend,
Yeah,
drop
it.
a like.
That's it.
I pinned the post of Texas Chainsaw Massacre to our Instagram. So
Not Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
No.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre original one.
Original 1974.
4K
Toby Hooper
Steelbook.
directed.
The only one that matters.
I don't know. The one with Matthew McConaughey was a banger.
So,
Part 2 had Dennis Hopper.
if you want to win that, go
So
over
did
to our
the original Mario
Instagram,
Brothers.
watchlaterpod.com. Ooh,
Got
like
it.
that?
Except that just go to Instagram, watch later.
Or just go to Instagram, watch later pod.
Got him.
Got it.
Go to iTunes and rate us. I do not give a fuck what you rate us. Just rate us and write something funny, and we'll read it, or write something intelligent. And we'll
Here we
read
go.
it.
I'm gonna go the opposite. 5 stars. Don't give them the option to shit. No, 5 stars and then shit on us.
If you're listening, you love us.
Like at this point, you've
Give
gone
us
this
good
far.
ratings.
Give us 5 stars and then say Aaron's a fat fuck, and then
That'd actually be fun.
Would that be funny? Like the guy that
If
ran by, he's
somebody-
like, I found you.
If somebody
Fat
goes on iTunes and rates us
And then
5
calls Aaron fat.
and calls me fat, I will send you something.
Yeah.
I'll find
There it is.
something to
The
send
gauntlet has been thrown.
Next time we'll do a snack
But I
show.
know
We'll buy
there's-
doubles of everything, and then we'll put a snack show gift box together for
you.
everybody.
I know that there is at least 50 of you that listen to us. Rate us on iTunes. Just that's all you got to do.
I know.
And if you're like,
there's more than that.
and if you're like, hey, you fat piece of garbage, I don't listen on iTunes. Download the fucking app and rate us, you giant sack of poop.
You know what? If you rate us on whatever application that
Yes.
you listen on and you say, I love this show and Aaron is a fat ass, screenshot it share it on
too
Instagram
much
or
work.
share it on Facebook. Share it on whatever.
Look, we can't get these people to tag a friend to get a free movie. Don't.
But
You put
this
way
is
too
hilarious.
many things.
You get to call Aaron a fat ass. This is funny.
Look, we get to do it for free.
Right,
You
and
might win
every
something.
day.
And when I see this, I am going to laugh. I will
Out
laugh
loud.
out
Well,
loud.
he's alone.
Right, yeah, he never laughs out loud alone. He's done it once that I've known about.
What are you talking about? He does it every week. He comes in here. He's like, I watched this and I was laughing out loud alone. And we're like,
I actually laughed out loud. And
hard
then I
on
was
Americans.
like, and then I laughed so hard there were tears, and
for
I had
the
to go,
sixth or
"Okay."
seventh week in a row. But I don't ever laugh, guys. Anyways, I'm Scott. All right, so Miracle Mile, nuclear movie. It better be fucking good. That's all I can tell you.
It's an hour and
Then
27 minutes.
Then we go into
It's an 80s movie.
snack show, and wait till you fucking hear the snack show. You thought breakfast ramen was gross. You thought fucking.
That's it. None of the stuff we got this week is gross. Like, it all sounds good.
The disgusting ass fucking ranch.
I'm looking
Ice
at one
cream.
thing that I'm excited for right now.
My dick.
Is it this?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was
Really?
that.
No, I'm so excited.
I
for
made a
that.
latte the other day. That's fine.
All right.
Yes.
So we'll be back next week, guys. Thank you so much for dealing with this episode. They can't all be bangers. So
2 weeks in a row. Sorry, guys.
No, last week was good.
No, we got canceled.
Yeah, we kidding.
No one's listening.
I'm Aaron.
I'm Jordan.
And Scott.
Pig gulps, huh? Welp. See you later.
Say pig gulp.
Well.